Family. It's your chief visionary, Natasha Davis here. It is a time for a day in the life of business. It is Thursday. It's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what time it is. It's time to come hang out with me. Let your people know that your chief visionary is live because I'm going to drop some golden nuggets today. And it's going to be good. This is going to be good. Definitely going to be talking about some interesting things today, but I want you to come and hang out with me. How you doing? We are live on Instagram. We're live on Facebook. We're live in LinkedIn. We're live in YouTube. So you can find us wherever you'd like. And I am really excited because I love being able to jump on and share some really good golden nuggets and good information. Sometimes we don't think about a lot of things. And so this helps us to take the lid off of our thinking throughout the day, throughout the week, as we go through the weekend and enter the new week. It helps us to think about these things as well, right? So let's get ready to talk about some really good things. Today, we're going to talk about why it's important to have an exit strategy to the business, right? We all know how we have an entrance strategy. We know how to get in, have our entrance strategy, but we sometimes forget to develop a good, solid exit strategy because, we feel like, oh, you're a traitor, how could you be thinking of leaving already? And things like that. So don't worry about it. We're going to talk about it today. Tell somebody to come hang out with us right here inside of my business lab. We are talking about the real biz life, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the absolute possible. You can hit me up in the chat room. I'll give you a shout out and things like that. All right. So you know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's time to get the blood pumping. It's time to get the juices flowing. It's time to let your body know it's time to move, right? It's time to move. And, I like to ask you if you know who's on deck, who's singing, what song is it? I don't know who said you can't have fun in business. Okay, who says you can't have fun in business? I said you can. You can be smart, you can be cute, and you can have fun too. What? That's right, guys. Let's get the juices flowing before we jump in the business lab and start talking about exit strategy for business, because you need one. You absolutely need one. Woo! Come on, guys. I love it. I love it. Let's go. What's your best move? Let's get it. This is it right here. You guys know who's on deck. You guys know who's singing. Come on, Whitney. That's right. Cheesecake Boutique was good. That is Whitney Houston. May she rest in peace. Yes. Come on. If you're at your desk, get up and move. How will I know? All right, now. Let's go. Yes. How will I know? That's right, guys. How will I know when to exit the business? What? You guys, I'm having a party all by myself over here. Are you with me? Are you dancing with me? Come on, guys. Whenever we meet, I just fall in love. Woo, how will you know? How will you know that your partners are thinking of you? Can't sleep. Woo! You got to fall in love with your business, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! That's it, guys. Loosen up. It is Thursday. It's a beautiful day, and it has been a fabulous week. We got the good, the bad, the ugly, and the possible in business. No one ever promised you would have a great month every month. Let's go. I love it, guys. Thank you for joining me this morning. I can't wait to drop these golden nuggets. It's your chief visionary, Natasha Davis. Let's go. Did you tell somebody to come hang out with us? We getting ready to go in the business lab. But we have to enjoy it because music is good for your soul. It gets the juices flowing. You start thinking about things. How I'm going to grow this business. How I'm going to sell this product. How I'm going to get that partner. Let's get it, guys. Happy Thursday. Mwah. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. How you guys doing? We're live, guys. Go tell somebody to come hang out with us. Let me drop these golden nuggets for you. If he loves me. Okay. I never said I was a singer. Don't come for me. Woo! Let's get it, guys. How will I know? How you gonna know when to sell that business? How are you gonna know when to buy another company? How will you know to go public? How will you know? That's the exit strategy. You gotta fall in love with that vision, guys. Let's go, let's go. Woo! All right. You know I could dance all day. Let's go in the lab. You guys play too much. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Let's jump into the lab. Let's jump into the lab, you guys. Let's jump into the lab. Happy Thursday. This is hashtag Real Biz Life. You are inside the business lab with your chief visionary, Natasha Davis. You guys know I like to jump in early in the mornings, 9 a.m. It's not really early, you know. If you've been up since 5 like me, you've been doing some things, right? But, you know, I like to come in at the end of the week just because we've been doing so much. 9 a.m. Let's get the juices flowing. Few minutes of your day to help you think about the next stages, the next steps, the possibilities, how to overcome certain ugliness in business, right? Because no one ever promised it would be amazing every day. But the journey is actually quite beautiful once you love what you do. So today I want to exchange some knowledge around how do you know, or let me rephrase that. Why should you have an exit strategy for your business? And I remember talking to somebody, and when I said, well, what's your exit strategy? What's the purpose of the business? Why did you start the company? And of course, they had love and passion, and I'm good at what I do. And I was like, time out. Time out. Stop the presses. I need to know what your end goal is. What is the exit strategy? And I could see their discomfort with it because they was like, an exit strategy. I start my business because I love it. And I want to be, you know, a phenomenal entrepreneur, and I'm going to be around for generations and right. Yeah, well, that's good and dandy. But let me share this with you. You're not a sellout for having an exit strategy at the point of starting a business. And you're not a sellout for developing an exit strategy after you have created a business. Let me tell you why. Having an exit strategy for your company is actually a growth strategy. Let me tell you why. There's only 2 reasons to start a company. I've said this before. You guys know I speak about it. I write about it. I teach about it. I train about it. I consult about it. I coach about it. I'm just all about it. So there's only 2 reasons to start a company. One is that you're going to grow it so you can sell it. Or 2, you're going to grow it so you can buy other companies. So when you lean into the business, you want to know, what am I doing? Because when you grow a company and you start a company, the 2 reasons you pick what side of the table you're sitting on, that's going to determine how you grow the company. Are you guys with me? How you grow the company. You say, if I'm going to grow it to sell it, then you have to grow the business focusing on your book of business, right? You got to focus on the book of business because people are buying the assets, right? They're buying your profits, your revenue. I don't want to buy a dead business, right? So you have to focus on your book of business. And of course, you focus on the systems and processes because people don't like buying a mess. People don't like buying a mess. So if you're thinking, I'm going to eventually grow this business to sell it, then you might want to pay attention to make sure we build a good, solid book of business and make sure that we have our systems and processes intact. The other thing, you got to really make sure that that company knows how to function without you. Even more so when you grow it to sell it. You got to make sure that company knows how to function without you. It has to be able to be an autopilot. You know, when we talked about it in 25 valuable golden nuggets in the book that I shared and I exchanged, one of the things you really have to do is get the business to operate in your absence and operate efficiently. If you try to sell a company or sell your business and the business doesn't know how to run without you, that business is not really going to sell quickly, or if it sells, they're going to give it right back. It's like an ugly baby. Keep your ugly baby. Right? All right. Now, if you decide, you know what, I'm okay, I want to grow my business because I want to buy other companies, fine. You still got to focus on systems and processes. The company still has to know how to operate efficiently without you. But here's the difference. You got to focus on cash flow and profits. Remember, we talked about this before. Revenue operates the business. Profits grows the business. You don't grow the business off of revenue. You grow the business off of profit. So it's really important to make sure that you focus on profits, period, with any style. But if you know I'm growing this thing to buy other companies, well, what do you need? Dollar bills, y'all, right? You need money. You need assets, you need liquidity, you need to be able to buy another company, and you need that cash flow, you need those profits. So that's step number one, focusing. Okay, where am I going? What am I doing? How am I growing? If you started your business and you've never thought about it, well, today is the day. Sit down and think about this. What am I actually doing? Your goal is to scale that business, because in order to grow the business, to sell it, or to grow the business to buy other companies, acquisition, you have to work at it. That's why I say to you, an exit strategy is actually a growth strategy, because if you know that it is your intention to grow it so that you can sell it, or you want to grow it so that you can acquire other companies, then you have to work at it. You have to know what you're doing. It gives you an exit strategy. So let's back up. The startup strategy, the entrance, I'm going to enter the market. I'm going to get it, right? This is how I'm going to get in there. When you have an exit strategy, it helps you to have so much more clarity. You're clear about who you're doing business with, where you're doing business, why you're doing business, right? You're super clear about why the company exists and being able to articulate that. The other thing you're super clear on is you have clarity on the products and services that you're developing. Right? If I'm developing products and services, you're more intentional about the products and services that you're developing, because you know I'm either going to sell it or I'm going to grow it to acquire others. So now I'm acquiring another company. I'm acquiring a company that's going to complement what I have. You're not acquiring more work, right? A stressful situation. The other thing I want you to think about is, are you going to do like grow it to do a public offering? You got to build it a certain way. Are you going to, again, grow it to do mergers, acquisitions? Are you going to grow it to sell it? You want to think about that. But here's some things I want you to consider. I'm going to give you a couple of things to consider in any business, like whatever decision you make, but your exit strategy is tied to this. Number one, hey, Instagram, what's up? My beauties, blessings to you. Thank you for joining me. Hello. Trinity Carrier, did I see you pop in here? What's going on? How are you? All right. So listen, one thing you want to do is you have to understand who are the key players inside of this industry, right? Who's the key players in the industry? You want the big boys, the in-between, the small boys. You want to know who's the key players, because your intention is to make sure that you grow a company that dominates something and sets a benchmark. You got to grow something that dominates something in the industry or sets a benchmark. And you can do both, actually, right? Y'all know I love that world domination vision. Yes, I do. Right? Hashtag, I got this beautiful gift. It's going to call you a gold digger. I said hashtag proud gold digger. Right? All right. The next thing is you want to look at who has recently bought into the industry, who has recently sold. Of these big boys, what's happening in the industry? Who recently bought in? Also, who's recently selling? So you want to understand what's happening in the industry. That's the movement of the industry. Are people offloading a lot? Are there big mergers? So great example is with hospitals, right? So we have come to a place where we don't have big, medium, small hospitals anymore. Small hospitals were gobbled up. So we don't really have big, massive options anymore, right? We don't have options. When we go to, back in the day, you could go to a community hospital. Well, we don't have a lot of community hospitals, if any at all. They've all been acquired or they've been merged. You see what I'm saying? They've been acquired by someone else, or they have merged with another hospital system. So that's a big deal. So I want you to look at stuff like that as well. Also, you can look at the social media space. Look at what's happening in social media space. Other platforms are being acquired by bigger boys. Who's setting the trends? What activities happening? This is really important. It doesn't matter the size of your industry or business. It doesn't matter even the industry you're in. Pay attention. You got to know your industry. Like what? The back of your eyelid. You know, I got to say that. You know, guys, I say that. Back of your eyelid. You need to know that thing. All right. The next thing you want to understand, what are the actual trends that's happening in the industry? So if you're a product based, what are the trends happening? If you're service based, what are the trends that are happening? What is happening as a trend inside of the industry? You want to understand the normal flow of it. You don't want to take the least, you actually back up. You do want to take the least restrictive path to where you're going. If you are constantly taking the hardest path up, it's like you're a glutton for punishment, right? So why do that? So understand the trends that's happening in your industry as it relates to delivery, of service, how people are consuming products and services. Look at our movie industry. Prime example, after the pandemic, we have great, massive, beautiful movies being released where? Online. Not many people are running into the movie theaters to go watch a new release because of, especially after the pandemic. That's a trend. And so what I can tell you is that's not going to really go away. That's actually going to be a new trend. It's going to be a thing now. So when you look at it, we have big movies like Kevin Hart's dropping a new movie on the 18th. I think it is Father's Day weekend, right? So Fatherhood, that's dropped on Netflix. That's not in the big screens. No one's lining up at the AMC movie theater because of this pandemic. So you understand, right? We talked about proactively pivoting. This is one of the things, but you got to know what you're doing. And then the other thing is examine who you're going to partner with. Don't be in a space where you want to sell or you want to acquire, but you don't have any partnership going on, right? No reciprocity happening in here. We need some reciprocity. We need some things to take place. So I'm not going to keep you all day, even though I could, because you guys know I love this stuff. I love this stuff. If you haven't gotten your 25 valuable golden nuggets to start, stabilize, and scale any business, I invite you to do that, because I do talk about a lot of the things I'm sharing with you. I do take a moment to talk about those things. And one of the things I talk about is how to intentionally be successful. You got to plan for this stuff, right? It's not just going to happen. You got to plan for it. You can grab your copy right off of Amazon, right? Much love, and I appreciate you in advance. And I also thank all of you who have already purchased your copy. I thank Australia for showing me love. I thank you, the UK, for showing me love. I love the Caribbean. Thank you for showing me love. And all, of course, the US. Thank you for showing me love for leaning in and purchasing the new book. It's changing lives. Absolutely love it. All right. So think big, build momentum, scale fast. This is what you want to do. So let me drop something on you right quick. You guys know that 2022 is coming. Y'all know that, right? 2022 is definitely coming. And by the grace of God, we will be here to see it. Now, you want to think about what am I doing about my branding? How am I building more profits? And how am I growing my company? So if these are things that's on your mind, I invite you to attend the Branding, Profits, and Growth Summit. It's going to be virtual because I want everyone to be able to access it. The Branding, Profits, and Growth Summit. We are gearing up for 2022, and that is happening in August. So what I encourage you to do is check it out. Go to gearup2022.eventbrite.com. You can go right there. gearup2022.eventbrite.com. If you can't remember that, just go to bpgsummit.com, Branding, Profits, Growth Summit.com, bpgsummit.com. You'll be able to grab some information. And if it's a good fit for you, go ahead and register, because I'm going to drop so much knowledge all day on August 5th. I'm going to talk about branding. We're going to talk about profits. We're going to talk about growth, how to scale, how to do your branding positioning blueprint, how to have your revenue acceleration strategy, how to acquire clients effectively using a rapid lead to close process. It's going to drop all this knowledge. Your chief visionary is going to pour into you on August 5th, all day, baby, all day. I'm just giving it all to you. Right? All right. So check it out. If it's for you, go ahead and register. If it's not for you, I completely understand. Feel free to share it with other people. And of course, I want you to remember that on next week, I'm going to be here. at 9 a.m. And I would like you to invite other people to come and join us as well. Is that fair? All right. I hope this has been extremely valuable to you. And if you are catching this on the replay, if you happen to be on my replay team, I want to show you some love as well. Drop hashtag replay team in the chat room. Let me know that it's you. And I look forward to seeing you next week, same time, same place. You guys know I do it for my culture. One love, one heart. Let's get together so that we can do what? We can be all right. All is well. Here we go. Come with me. One love. All right. Come on. One heart. Wait a second. Let's get together and feel all right. I do it for my culture. Yes. Blessings upon blessings. Get to work. Be well. I'll see you next week. All right. See you guys. Be well.